Good evening. My name is Bobby Straughter, Assistant Commissioner of Prisons. Thank you for joining me for TDOC Talks tonight. I have 4 topics to discuss with you tonight: field visits, COMET, eclipse, and communications. And at the end, I have a very special guest to share with you. The first topic I want to talk to you about tonight is field visits. As you know, over the past 2 months, Commissioner Parker, myself, and the leadership team have visited all TDOC operated facilities. While I am frequently visiting facilities, these structured visits give our division a chance to showcase the great things that our staff is doing behind the walls every day. The work that the more than 3,500 prison staff do daily is something that we should be very proud of. These visits also give us a chance to take another set of eyes and look at our processes. The additional review, at times constructive, gives us a chance to delve deeper into our practices and to make sure that we are only in step with the policies, but adhering to the high standards that are expected. This is also a chance for us to share best practices that we find at one facility with the other. I'm happy to say that each time I visit a facility, I leave proud of the work that we are doing and excited to share the best practices with others. The next topic that I wanted to share is COMET. COMET is another group that's coming to all the facilities around the state. COMET is our new offender management system that is set to replace TOMAS. As the communication team likes to put it, TOMAS is Atari and COMET is PlayStation 4. But during the COMET visit, the team will be giving you an overview. Although an overview, they will be gathering feedback. And I petition you to please provide feedback and giving an opportunity to truly make things better and enhance this system. And my next lead-in topic is eclipse. Monday is an exciting day for the state of Tennessee. There are hundreds of thousands of visitors coming into the state, which means that many of you may face traffic delays getting to work. Please, if you are scheduled to work on Monday, please give yourself plenty of time to get to work. Our vision statement ends with the words, "Enhance public safety," and we want you to align with that mission. That's why we're asking that if you plan to look at Monday's eclipse, that you wear the correct protective eyewear. No, sunglasses are not good enough. You have to wear the correct protective eyewear. Also, we will have limited movement during the eclipse and will cancel Monday's visitation. And there are other institutional basic procedures that will be communicated to you at your shift briefing from your wardens and your AWs. And that leads into my last topic of communications. Finally, please remember that communication is at the core of all that we do. Remember to pay attention and ask questions in your shift briefing. If there's something you don't understand or not clear, ask the question. Someone right next to you might have the same inquiry. And did you know that we're bringing Citizen Academy to the West region? So if you're looking at Facebook and some of the publications coming from our communications group, you would know that. So follow us on social media and share the good work that we're doing every day. At this point, I'd like to invite my very special guest, I'd like to invite Ed Welch, who's the Assistant Commissioner of Prison Operations. Ed, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good. Ed, can you tell us some of the great things that are happening in rehabilitative services?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Hi, everybody. Thanks for inviting me. Rehab services, many of your viewers are acquainted with because many of the people you have as guests are staff members of rehab services. And I'd just like to tell you, rehab services is focused on the public safety. Our priority is to protect the public, informed by the belief that the best way to protect the public is by inculcating fundamental skills in offenders to make them productive, independent citizens. And, you know, we joke a lot about, well, why do you use the word inculcate? And because they say, oh, you should use instill or inspire or provide these fundamental services. But we're more serious than that. We want to make sure they understand the urgency of inculcating these skills into their very belief systems, that they can be successful. They don't need substances. They can get a job and take care of their family and do all those really important things that you and I and many of your viewers take for granted, but we want to make sure they get that. And I got to tell you how proud and humble I am to be the Assistant Commissioner of Rehab Services because of some of the folks that appear on your show. I'm thinking of Director Vicki Freeman and Women and Gender Services, how important they are to how we function in prisons. Women, when we incarcerate women, it's generational. 3/4 of the women that we incarcerate are primary care providers for their families. 75% admit to a behavioral health diagnosis. And so that's a very special population that we want to be very sensitive to here at TDOC. As far as gender services, when you and I were young, sex was binary, male and female, but now we know that it's an entire spectrum, so we want to be sensitive to those folks as well. I'm also very proud of the things we're doing with substance use. Michelle Cole, our statewide director for substance use services, she's working on a project that I'm really inspired about, and it's to bring more therapeutic community services, that substance abuse service, to our folks in prisons at a much wider scale. We're always constrained by capacity, that we have more need than we have positions in our therapeutic community and our group therapy that deals with substance use. So we're working on a plan to really expand that program and to provide more services, because we look at all the rehabilitation research across the board. Substance use is the #1 that shows the greatest benefit to the most amount of people, and it can really flip the script on a lot of people's lives, where you see 70% rehabilitation, and you know from our recidivism studies how incredible that 70% rate is. But therapeutic community is not a 9 or 12-month program. It's a lifelong change. And so that aftercare is really important, so that we have aftercare while they're still incarcerated, but also when they get out to the community, that they maintain their sobriety by providing them the peer recovery support that they so desperately need. And I'm very proud of that work as well. Our educational programs, providing high school level education for our folks in prisons is really important. We also offer those that can actually get into, follow the entrance and application requirements for college level study. We have post-secondary education in several of our facilities as well. So those are just a few of the many wonderful things that are happening in rehab services. I don't want to forget those projects that we work on jointly as far as the transition centers and getting folks ready for reentry by getting them jobs, and just working together as much as we do to change the course of life events for so many people.
Right. Great. Well, Ed, thank you so much for coming and sharing with us tonight. You know, the unique thing for me is the fact that we have to realize today that our clients have unique needs. Just as Ed mentioned us tonight about how the needs are being addressed. So that lets me know that individuals are getting the services that they need in order to change and improve their behavior. And that's what makes it so great and so exciting about the things that we're doing in rehab services and TDOC overall. So I'm just totally excited about all the great things that you guys are doing. Let me just say thank you for joining us tonight and taking your time in order to be updated with what's happening in prison operation and rehab services. But I want you to remember that the next TDOC talk for prison operation is September the 21st. Thank you for being here, and we appreciate everything that you do. Thank you.